the Frugal Crafter. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. This is a page that I started yesterday, and I was actually doing a tutorial on it. I was going to do a tutorial on how to do a simple face in your journal, and it was going all right, and the phone rang, and I paused it, and I chatted on the phone, and then the camera turned off. Then I'm like, well, I'll just do this up, and then I'll do a tutorial if I liked it. And it was just kind of bland, and I wasn't happy with it. So this morning I came down here and just decided to collage in some jelly prints and do some stamping and some India ink, and I really like the way it turned out, but actually today's video is going to be on how to draw faces for your art journal. But I just wanted to share this quote with you because I think it's very important. I find myself referring to it a lot. It's by Eleanor Roosevelt, and it goes, "You wouldn't worry so much about what others think of you if you realized how seldom they do." So we kind of get in our own, like, you know, we just can't get over ourselves sometimes, and somebody says something negative and we just fester on it, and you know, we forget about all the really nice things people say, and we just let that negative comment kind of override us. And that was part of this, why this journal page didn't happen. I was having a really hard time with it. I got 5 really negative comments on a video from the same person who obviously like watched the entire video that she was not enjoying, mind you, and decided to tell me exactly what every specific thing that was bothering her about that video. And that just bothered me, and it shouldn't, because out of all the comments on that video, most of them were positive, but I let that one just kind of fester and bother me, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Enough. They hit enter on that comment and went about their day and probably never gave it a second thought. I'm festering about it. This is ridiculous. So let's draw some faces. I just wanted to kind of put that there and, you know, give everybody some perspective. Everybody gets some negative comments, and it's nothing to ruin your day over. All right, I'm actually turning my book this way so I have a little more land, a little more real estate to share with you. And I'm going to work with Conte crayons, which are basically just a they're like a pastel, but they're a little bit firmer. And to do a basic face, I'm going to do a couple different angles of a face here. First, you want to start with your basic shape, and it can be a kind of squarish oval. It can be more of an egg shape. It can be more of a heart shape. It doesn't really matter, but you start with the basic face shape. Now, I see a lot of people get in trouble where to place their features. So what I like to do is, if this is a person looking straight ahead at us, I would draw a line down the center, and then I would draw a line in the middle. Okay, pretty much halfway between the top and the bottom of the head. And that's where your eyes are going to be. A lot of people will put their eyes up here, but really the eyes fall on this line. Then your nose will fall between the eye line and the chin. Pretty much right in the middle there. And then the mouth is a little bit closer to the nose and the chin, but it's somewhere right there in the middle, but it's a little bit higher than the middle. All right, and then your eye width, and generally I know a lot of art journalers will do kind of like a more stylized face, and that's fine. Your eyes are generally an eye width apart, but if you want to make your eyes bigger, that's fine. A little closer, a little further apart, that's fine. I like using the Conte crayon because I can kind of smudge out or erase if I don't like the how things are. And I'm sketching in this kind of sepia color, so I'll be able to blend that in and turn it into shadows, so I don't have to worry about that too much. So let's go ahead and start drawing. Let's start with the nose, since a lot of people have a hard time with that, and it's good to just get it out of the way. I start with kind of a curved line. Okay, and then I'll bring the sides of that curved line up, and then I'll just put a couple little bumps for nostrils on either side. And then I just put a gentle line up here near the eyes. All right, now for the eyes, I try to have the top of the eye, I start kind of at that halfway mark that we put a kind of a curved line on top and a curved line underneath. Do the same to each side. Now, if you get your eyes lopsided, don't worry about it. You can always put a strand of hair or something over there. And you can even erase these Conte pencils a little bit. Okay, you should start off with your your boldest gestural shapes to begin with. For lips, I'm just kind of putting like a M, and then I think of it kind of like a, I don't know, scoopy bucket shape on the bottom. So there we have a little face, okay? And then your hair is coming in up here. So this top of the head actually has hair on it. So, you know, the hair is growing here. You want to put if you want to put bangs, and you can. You get the eyebrows. You can get very gestural with the with how you put in your eyebrows and your hair. Now for the eyes, you don't want to put just a circle in the middle, because then they'll look like they have crazy eyes, or they'll look very surprised. So what I like to do is kind of put like a semicircle, a half circle, or like a U shape in there. And we could actually do a little color there. We could do like maybe some green. Get the iris in there. And then you could do the pupil. I just try not to have that pupil right in the center. Trying to have it up a little bit so it's kind of got a little bit of lid over it, and then it doesn't look like crazy eyes. Nobody wants, well, you might want crazy eyes. I don't know. It's your journal. And then you can add some color in here and there. And Conte crayons, pastels are very easy to work with because you can blend them out. I have much more. I'd probably add a little bit more color with pastels. I'm just going to do a little bit of shading here. But I don't have time to do too much because I want to do another face here before, show you a different angle before I run out of time. But you know, you can be very gestural with your hair. You can add different colors. Your neck is generally as wide as your face is, maybe a little bit narrower, so keep that in mind. You don't want to give them a pencil neck, unless that's your, you know, you're doing something very stylized, then of course you can. But I just kind of wanted to share with you just some quick drawing techniques. You can throw in some darker hair, whatever. Your ears generally will fall between your eyes and your nose on the side of your head. So, you know, just things to think about. You adapt it to whatever coloring you want to do. But there's one easy face. Now, say your person is looking off to the sides. You're going to start with that basic oval. Okay? So say we have like a 3/4 view of the face. Your middle line for the eyes would still be there in the middle of the oval, but your line that goes down the center vertically would be more in a curve, okay, because your head is round, it's not flat. So then you'd have your eye over here. Then you'd be able to see the nose kind of in profile. And again, I'm on that same line, I just didn't sketch it in there. You'd have your nose there. You would only see like one nostril. Then the other eye, you wouldn't have a full eye width apart because you have some foreshortening there. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're drawing like a 3/4 view. And again, you'd see more features on the left side of your face here, on the side that's towards you a little bit more than the side that's away from you. And then you'd be able to get some definition there on the side of the face that you wouldn't necessarily get, like the jawline. So keep that in mind. So if you want your person looking at something, just when you start your oval, you put your line down the middle, but then you could have them looking that way, or you could have them looking that way. Now if you want your person kind of looking down, like maybe she's reading or something, you'd have more of a circle, because if you looked at the top of somebody's head, it's more of a circle. And then this would all be hair pretty much, and you'd be seeing, because you'd have foreshortening, so you'd be seeing like the tip of the nose. You might see like the eyelashes, but really that's kind of all you would see. You might see cheeks. You wouldn't see very much though as far as a detail. You wouldn't see mouth. You'd mostly just see nose, eyelashes, cheeks, and mostly just hair. Maybe like you have somebody with pigtails reading a book or something. There's a book she's reading, or something like that. So, you know, it's just to kind of give you just a really, really easy idea on how to draw some faces in your art journal. I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to keep it simple. You know, you can find other tutorials out there on drawing. My best advice would be to just try to draw a few imaginary faces like this, but then to go and maybe get some magazines and look at some people in there and look at the different face shapes and choose some to try to copy, you know, just to give you ideas as far as eye shape and nose shape, you know, hairstyles, different things for you to practice, coloring and whatnot. And use the supplies you have: watercolor crayons, regular crayons, pastels, whatever you have to do some shading and coloring. And that observation is really going to help you when you're learning to draw in your art journals or for whatever you want to draw for. I just wanted to do a very quick little fun tutorial to help demystify it a little bit, because, you know, drawing faces isn't any harder than drawing anything else. You just need to do a little practicing. I hope this helped you. I'll give you another look at that art journal page that it kind of inspired this tutorial right there. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.